What's going on, guys? Mimic here with another video, and in this video I'll be covering the best beginner friendly top 10 tips for all you new players coming to play the Throne and Liberty open beta. I'll be showing you guys the best places to farm gear, the best places to farm gold, how the armor and weapon systems work within Throne and Liberty, and then obviously we'll cover a little bit about the Lucent and auction house. We'll talk a little bit about how the questing works. I'm going to try to cover all of these details for all you new players, all you beginner players that want to come in and want all the best tips for the game so that you guys can play the game and enjoy it to the fullest your first time around. This and more coming up. But real quick, if you enjoy the content, don't forget to smash the like button. And if you want to connect with me and my guild, which I'll be leading in NA, feel free to join our Discord in the description. And last but not least, you would like to be one of the first people to see new videos released from my channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I appreciate all of your continued support, and I'm grateful for your time. That being said, let's jump in. All right, so when you boot up the game and you're a fresh new level 1 character, you're going to spawn here at this castle called Castleton. Once you get through the tutorial, that's where it's located on the map. When you get to Castleton, you'll be able to access your codex. This is where it's going to show your purple quest line and your blue quest line. So you've got your adventure and you got your exploration. Essentially, your adventure is going to be your main purple quest line. This is your main story quest line that you'll go through, and the story will guide you on how to finish these quests. As you go through the quests, you're going to be getting different rewards, as you can see here, and there'll be some rewards that you've got to choose. Do you want to play staff? Do you want to play dagger? Do you want to play sword and shield? And vice versa. So as you complete the quests, you'll be getting rewards throughout the game. And as you get through these quests, you'll be leveling as well. You'll be getting leveling rewards. You'll be getting items, as you can see here, Sophia's strength ring. So the game is going to feed you some items. It even gives you a blue item that you can get into. I think you get that like probably level 20, level 30-ish, around there. And you'll just continue to play through the purple quest line. I would recommend only going through the purple quest line as much as you can until you get time gated. Eventually, you will need to do some exploration quests, which are your side quests that are blue. And you can see here, by doing these, you're going to get various rewards. You can see that you're going to be getting growth stones. Now, you're going to need these growth stones to level up your armors, to level up your weapon. And I will talk a little bit about the growth stones in a second, but follow your purple quest line and do your blue quests as well. They give you good XP, and they're going to give you rewards that you're going to need to level up your character. So purple quest lines priority, blue is going to be secondary. All right, now moving on to how the gear progression works in Throne of Liberty, because at first it may feel a little confusing, but it's actually very, very straightforward. In Throne and Liberty, you're going to pick your weapon. Eventually, you start with a gray weapon, but then it goes to green, and then from green to blue, and then from blue to purple. Every weapon, whether it's green, blue, or purple, is going to need its own mats. You can see there you needed certain mats to get and craft this item. Okay, so there's certain mats that you're going to need in the game to craft the items, and then once you have the item, you're going to need to level it. You can level an item by clicking the period button on your keyboard and going to level up. You can see here, to level this bow, I'm going to need weapon growth stones, and they have to be green because it's a green bow. Blues will use blue growth stones. Purples will use purple growth stones. You can see here I'm tapping the gear here to get it to level 1, and it gives me half a level. I'm going to tap it again, and I'm going to get it to level 1. Now, to level the weapons, you need to go from 1, and you need to level it all the way to level 6 green. And then from level 6 green, you can get your first blue weapon. And then from blue, you'll go to purple. So that's how the leveling on the weapons and armors work. All right, now tip number 3, and it's kind of like a low-key tip that I feel like a lot of people just don't know or forget, is vendors, guys. You can grab these armor growth stones, these weapon growth stones. You can even get the blue ones from the vendors, and they're called the contract coin merchants. You need to do your contracts to unlock the coins to get these. But it is in the game, and it's a way that you can get these growth stones very quickly without having to go and quest, without having to go and do your blue quest. You can just come here every day and get these growth stones and pocket them, and then use them later to go to the armor crafter or weapon crafter to further tap your gear to higher levels. So tip number 3 for you beginners: use the vendors. Go seek the vendors out so that you can get these rare materials and tap your gear and get stronger than the people next to you that don't know these tips. So that's tip number 3. All right, so tip number 4, guys, and this is another overlooked tip that is going to pay dividends. Trust me, this is like one of the best tips in this video, I feel, is dissolving. Guys, in this game, any material you pick up, whether it's kind of crafting material or a growth stone or any kind of other mana stone, any kind of material that you can get can be dissolved down and can be upgraded up. So if you have purple materials, but you have a blue weapon that you need to tap, you can dissolve it. You just click it and hit dissolve on the end, and you can see there now you have blue materials. And it works the same way. From green, you can enchant it to blue and vice versa. So if you've got a lot of higher end materials, but you want something lower, you can dissolve it. See, I've got a purple one there, but if I dissolve it, I can get 5 blue ones. It's just going to cost you some gold. So pro tip number 4, guys, trust me, this is a good one. You can go up and down on all your materials in the game. They can be enchanted or disenchanted. All right, now tip number 5, guys, leveling your skills. This is a huge one for beginners. You're gonna have to level your skills in the game. You're gonna have to come to Vienta Village. This is where you can locate the skill enchanter crafter, and just in relation to Castleton, that's where it's at. It's a little bit southeast, and then there you are, skill researcher. Now here you're going to be getting these books. Okay, you get them by playing the game, you get them by doing events. Depending on what you're trying to enchant, they're going to require a certain amount of materials. You can see here, to create a book, I need parchment and I need marins. Now we're going to talk a little bit more about where you get parchments and where you get marins, but just like in the dissolving tip 4, you can create parchments using a lesser parchment. So if you need blues, but you have a bunch of greens, you can use the greens to craft blues, and vice versa. If you need greens and you have a bunch of blues, you can dissolve them to make greens, and it goes up all the way to purple. So just like dissolving armor growth stones and weapon growth stones, this works the exact same way, but it's for skills. And you can see there, I did craft 1 book just to show you how to level the skill. And to do it, you press K, it's going to open up this menu. You can see it's asking for 1 book. I'm going to hit level up. And of course, I'm going to get the good proc there for intense growth, and it's going to give me a large proc there to level up my skills. So I'll show you in a little bit where to get those parchments and where to get the marins, but that is how you level up your skills. That's the only way to level up your skills. You need parchments and you need marins, and we're going to talk a little bit about where to get those here soon, but that is how you level up your skills. That's where you need to go, and that's how you do it. It's just going to cost a little gold there for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. All right, now gold farming, guys, this is going to be a huge one. You're going to need a lot of gold in this game. You pretty much need gold for every single thing that you do in the game. It's the universal currency. A lot of people think that it's Lucent, but it's actually gold. So one place you can farm is this place here, Silas Abyss. It's northeast of Castleton, as you saw there. You can come here. There's the teleporter, and essentially, you could just come here all you want. You do get these tokens. If you see the very top of my screen there, those 20,000 tokens that has a little gold circle around it. You get those by doing content in the game, and they give you a lot of them. And essentially what it is it's a boost for gold. So anytime you have those tokens, if you come, see how it turned gold up there on the top left? If you come to this Silas Abyss and you just kill a bunch of mobs, you're going to be getting a boost of gold. So every time I kill one of these mobs, I'm going to be getting gold on that left right there. See how it popped up? But I'm going to be getting an additional amount of gold. You can see there, it's got the plus, and then the little number in red is what I got additional for having the tokens. And you can see here, as I'm killing mobs, those tokens are going down on the top left. They're going down because it's a boost essentially of gold production. So the more mobs you kill, eventually you will go to 0, and you'll run out of the tokens. But like I said, the game does give you a ton of them, so you can come here and farm for an hour or two if you'd like, and make as much gold as you need. Now, gold is very, very important, guys. You're going to need it to level your skills. You're going to need it to tap your armor. You're going to need it to take your weapons from blue to purple. And I think it's like between 1 and 2 million gold just to make one blue weapon a purple weapon. Okay, and you can see I'm not sitting on too much gold, so you can see gold is a scarce a type currency. Yes, you could come here all day and farm gold, but for me that's a little boring. I like doing the PvP events, PvE events, things like that. But if you need gold, if you're short on gold, do yourself a favor as a beginner. Come over here to Silas Abyss. It's going to be packed when you get here. A lot of people are going to be here exploring the content. You can come here and farm these skeletons on the first floor and get paid a lot of gold and have fun and get drops while you're here and get good XP as well. So come to Silas Abyss, check it out, see if you like it, kill some skeletons. I know early on these things are going to be hitting you like a truck, so just be careful. I recommend going with a few friends and just knocking out some of this content. Now, the cool thing about this place is there are different floors here. You can see here they've got 3rd floor, 4th floor, 5th floor, and 6th floors of content in here. And the deeper you go, the harder the mobs are. We're going to talk a little bit more here about what you can do with Silas Abyss and how you can farm good gear. All right, so tip number 7, guys, is how to farm the gear, how to target farm the gear. Now, this is a tip that a lot of people overlook as well, so I wanted to show you guys. If you go to your map and click on a place, you can click where it says monster info, and then you can click on the actual monsters to see exactly what they drop. So if you're looking for certain drops, just go through the map, click on the regions that you're trying to farm, and you can click on each individual monster to see what they drop, to see if you're able to find what you're looking for there. All the different mobs across the entire map drop all different stuff. So you're just going to have to get in there, get your hands dirty, and look for that good loot, like Nirma here with the Nirma corrupted sword there. Nirma is a boss inside Silas Abyss on the last floor, and Nirma is a fun fight. So again, if you guys want to target farm loot, just go around, look at the different areas on your map, click on monster info, and you will be able to see where the good heavy nice loot is. That's tip number 7. All right, now earlier I remember I did tell you guys that I was going to talk to you about where to farm those materials to level up your skills, and that's going to be in the world events here. Now, with the world events, you're going to want to press M, and it's at the very end table here. Each of these things that you see here is a world event that's happening in real time, and you can go into these events and farm them. There's different ones that all give different things. You can see here, this is a guild event. So top 1 guild here will get those purple parchments and marins. These are where you farm the materials to level your skills, is the events. So if you're trying to get stronger and you're trying to get better skills and get those skills to purple epic as fast as you can, because that's where most of your damage comes from, guys, is you're having max level skills. You're gonna be wanting to go to these events every time they come up, because just ranking, I would say top 10 in these events, you're going to be getting a lot of parchments, you're going to be getting a lot of books, you're going to be getting a lot of marins, and it's a really good way to kind of supplement some of the time delay between each event. You can just go to each event, you can do some leveling here. You can see here, if you go to Chernobog, which is a boss in the game, you can get that Chernobog beheading sword, which is so strong early on, and it's even still very good late game. That is a PvP world boss there. So if you like PvP and you want to go there for a shot, try to get that loot, go there. It's going to happen every so often. You can see here, there's Mordecai. Mordecai is the first boss that's going to unlock for you guys in the open beta, and he drops a really cool sword, he drops some armor, and he drops some gloves. So do the events, go to everyone, have fun, and get paid, get the marins, get the parchments, and increase how strong your character is just by naturally playing the game. That's tip number 8. All right, and tip number 9 here. This one is going to be about guilds, guys. Guilds is huge in this game. I've made so much content on my YouTube channel covering how important it is to be in a good active guild in the game. There's a few reasons you want to be in a guild, but I'll cover mainly the top 2 or 3 reasons. So for one, you get a really cool guild hall. You can throw parties here, invite your friends over, and have a good time. You got your own storage in here. Where you have your own personal storage that you can access at any time if you're ever in here dueling your guildies. You're going to have access to some sundries here. So you're going to be able to go to this merchant where you can get world trees, stellarites, other potions that you'll use while playing the game. And of course, you get the upgraded health pots here, which is huge. And you get lithographs that you can use to purchase and use different weapons inside the game. So just passively rewards being in a guild is very good. But the main reason is doing these guild raids. If you're in a good guild and the guild gets levels and levels up over time, you can do these raids every week. The guild master can choose which raids he or she wants to do, and you guys can do the guild raids. You can see here, you can do Chernobog here. I did mention that earlier, how you could go to the PvP event for Chernobog, but you know, if you're not getting lucky with the PvP events, you could come here and pick which raids you want to do and do them here. You can see here at level 17, you unlock the Adentis, which is the Adentis Barbaric Blade, one of the best early on two-handed greatswords, if not the best in slot greatsword for best greatsword for greatsword dagger if you're a greatsword dagger. And then they have the Juno Boat's Destroyer Blade, which has a lot of perception, which is going to give you a lot of hit. And each raid is different and they all cost a different amount. I think at level 17 you can do 7 raids a week, so that's pretty solid. That gives you a lot of chances for you and your guild mates to get good gear just by being in an active guild that is doing these guild raids every week. So they reset weekly. You can do them weekly and go in there, try your luck at beating the boss, and then that boss will drop the gear that you want, and then however you guys want to distribute the gear, it's up to you. I know my guild in NA is doing a DKP system, so if you're interested in being in a fair type DKP situation with the guild who's going to be dispersing gear, take a look at our Discord, join us. We'd love to have you. The Discord is in the description, so check that out. And yeah, come join us. But yeah, that's tip number 9 there. All right, so the final tip, guys, for all you PvPers out there that like to go in there and massacre people, this one is for you. The final tip, beginner tip for Throne and Liberty, are going to be these boon stones and rift stones. In the map, there's going to be capture points that unlock weekly. If you're in a guild, you can contest these areas, and if you take control of them, you're going to get a buff for your entire guild. You can see here, this one is going to give you heavy attack, and it's so strong to have heavy attack in the game. It's probably one of the better skills and passives. This one gives you skill damage boost. This one is going to give you evasion, so you guys can pick and choose which rift stones and boost stones you guys want to attack as a guild, and come up with a battle plan on when you guys want to attack it, and you guys can get together and figure out, you know, how you want to attack it, from which direction you want to attack, and kind of what the plan is for taking over these rift stones and boon stones. And this is a 1v1 guild versus guild type fight, so it's pretty fair, and you can attack anyone. You just have to be in a guild, and obviously your guild will have to be a top 10 or top 20 guild in the server to contest these. So you do have to be in an active guild, and you do have to be in a guild that is somewhat ranked high so that you can have a good and fair chance to take control of it. If you take a rift stone, you'll be able to fight Chernobog. So Chernobog is a rift stone. If you guys take it, you guys can actually do this boss every single day on top of doing your guild raids. So there's rift stones and boon stones. The rift stones are the bosses. The boon stones are just the passive buff that you guys get as a guild. So choose wisely. Tip 10. All right, guys, and I wanted to do one more little hidden tip for you guys who stayed throughout the whole video. This one is going to be talking about the siege, guys. Now, I know in OBT, I know they're not going to have a siege, but this is what you can look forward to in NA. The siege is a massive war, server-wide war for the castle. You can see there, it's got 13 billion gold in the castle here and over 289 1,000 lucent that whoever wins the castle will be able to take everything inside the siege. This is the reason I play the game. The siege is so much fun. I've fought already a few sieges, and every time it's a really good time to have your guild go. So for all the beginners out there, if you guys like mass huge PvP, Throne of Liberty's got it. Do the siege. Try to get the castle. It's a crazy battle. I know you guys will enjoy it as much as I did, and I hope to see you guys in the battlefield. That's the video. I'm going to wrap it up here. I hope you guys like these top 10 tips plus the one at the end. All right, guys. And that's the video. I hope you guys liked the top 10 tips. Hope it helped you guys out. And if you're new to Throne of Liberty, I hope you guys are having a great time playing it. Again, thank you all so much for the support. I hope these tips really did help you out. I know there's a lot of stuff I put in here that I had no idea playing the game when I first started, and there was no content out for it. So I wanted to put it together for all you new players, all you beginners kind of looking for some good tips to help you out with the game, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Again, if you guys want to connect with me, all you got to do is join the Discord. We'll get you a spot in the guild. I'm running a few guilds in Throne of Liberty, and we're working on creating our 4th guild, a next of kin inside the game. So if you'd like to participate, be a part of the war, and have a good old time playing with some of the vets that can possibly teach you some new things about the game that maybe there's not a lot of content out on, give us a try. Check out the Discord. It's in the description. We'd love to have you. Again, thank you so much for watching the video. I appreciate it. Give me a like if you liked the video. It helps me out tremendously. And again, if you'd like to help me out, don't forget to sub. I love you guys so much. Thanks for all your continued support. I'm going to be releasing another video, some more tips and tricks, more guides, especially when the game gets closer to being pushed out. I want to make sure that the information that I put out is relevant, because I know this game is going to be going through some changes with the skills and how all that works. So don't worry. If you sub to me, I'm going to be putting it out. You guys are going to get that grade A content. Again, thank you so much for support. Until next time, guys. Peace.